Hello, Radiative. Alright. Ah, fuck. My ass is still sick. How you doing? Oh, great. There's a sentry over there. Alright, what am I working on? I suppose I've got to make more fruit bread. And then I gotta head back south a little bit further, get that red clay. Oh, well, I appreciate you stopping in to say hello. Even if it is just for a bit. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to make another bucket for in-home use. Can't keep stealing that bucket. What if at some point I actually start getting maple syrup? Large trough. Fine is good. There we go. I'll keep my bucket there, so that it's always full of water. I should probably cook some soup as well. But these will be going bad soon-ish. Sooner than later. Put all that away. Must grind up my spelt. Radiative, you should play Vintage Story. One of these days we'll get a server going. To do trough. It's pronounced like trough. That's fair. Alright. I do wish I had wind power. Don't have the money, that's fair. I'm currently playing on an unstable build of the game. 1.21.5. I actually don't even know what's new. One of the new features is the ability to stack a bunch of shit on the ground, and I've clearly been doing that. Honestly, it's kind of funny. Whoops. Just the amount of stuff you can stack on the ground. Oh yeah, I mean, it makes storage a little bit easier. It's also probably giving everybody who has, like, actual OCD an aneurysm. Hello, Shadow Turtle. Hey, Shadow Turtle, what is actually new in 1.21.5? Yeah. Although the dust only stacks up to 12 on the ground. So my collection of dust is getting a bit absurd. But I've also got a bunch of flax twine. Small animal carcasses, or small bones rather. I got my seeds. I don't remember being able to stack seeds on the ground, though I suppose it's possible. Oh sweet, I can stack flour on the ground. Not a lot, and I don't know why you would do that. You know what, I'm going to hold on to my rye. I'll just use the currants. Ba-ba-dome. Mixing bowl. Oh shit. There's already some currants in here. It's a good thing those have not had time to go bad. Alright. Oh, you know what I have not done, actually? Is I still need to turn this into flour. Or no, it's flour. I need to turn it into dough. And despite the fact that my fever seems to have entirely gone away or whatever, I think I'm still dying. Just because my fever is better doesn't mean my brain isn't still totally fried from back when I still had the fever. Just tweaks and fixes? That's fair. Whew. Gonna move this over here. Black currant, red currant, and white currant. A lot of these aren't going to be able to stack, I'm just trying to get through the food. Although I did add another mod. It's not currently compatible with expanded foods, but it will be. It's called long-term foods or something like that. Which adds a couple of different crops to the game, as well as some food preservation methods. Although my issue isn't food preservation, my issue is that I don't have enough food to preserve. I perhaps made too much dough. Alright, you should still stack. Yep, perfect. Eventually it's just going to have black currants in it, but better than nothing. Alright, yoink. If I only had chicken eggs. I don't even need chickens necessarily. I could use those pheasants out there. It would also be cool if I could bait my fish traps using breadcrumbs. Although I'm not entirely sure how effective breadcrumbs as fish trap bait would be in real life. And fish will eat anything, really. Boom. Alright, I need like 3 berries of literally any kind. Unfortunately, if I can't make soft dough, I can't make dumplings. Crab. Look at him go. I wish there was a way to farm crabs. And crab farms are a thing IRL. I recently bought a $17 can of crab. And that's from farmed crabs. I then proceeded to melt a bunch of butter and salt it slightly. And then just ate the crab out of the can. Like the world's weirdest breakfast cereal. Except crab and butter. It's a wonder I'm still alive. I mean, obviously, it's not the unhealthiest thing I've eaten. But how did I make it to 30 when I've been taking care of myself? So anyway, we gotta do a tiny bit of cooking, and then I gotta head back south. Pretty far. To get some red clay, which is here. Couldn't save that. Don't worry, it's not going to take very long. For reasons that are going to be really funny or really stupid. It depends on your mood. Come on, oven. How's the firewood 0 degrees Celsius? At least the temperature is coming up, but that's concerning. Unless it's always been like that. Go away, taskbar. Shoo taskbar. There we go. I've got plenty of open hands. But yeah, let's see here. Let's go and look up fries. Did I add the mod? Yep. Okay, not fries. They're called potato chips. Oh, damn. So I need chopped pickled potato and some corn oil. Interesting, interesting. What do we get corn oil? Presumably corn. But yeah, you can make packaged foods. And packaged potato chips. My fruit bread's done. Which is weird because my spelt bread's not. There we go. Anyway, packaged food. Pack of potato chips. And packed pemmican. I could have sworn there was more than that. But yeah, I just like more food stuff. Surviving the winter is never an issue. But if I can make it even easier to live up in the frozen north, I'm going to do it. In the frozen north, you can grow stuff underground. Alright. Have a good day, Radiative. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Come on, bake faster. It is odd that all of my favorite things to do in this game aren't exactly the most fun things to watch. I do really like making baked goods. Maybe not fruit bread particularly, because it's so basic. But I enjoy making fruit juice into syrup, and then I enjoy making muffins, and then coating said muffins in syrup. Sounds like way too much sugar. But the satiety you get out of that is absurd. I do wish, like, cooking pot meals could be as good as mixing bowl meals. As it is, making anything other than salads or cold pastas, it's kind of a waste of resources. But, like, you could make a red meat dumpling soup. It's like you just can't do that in vanilla. But because it's a soup, like it's a hot meal, it's just not as good. You can't put as many things in there. We need, like, a serious cooking overhaul. And I need cooking to be more complicated. Oop. Oh, there's a shiver outside somewhere. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? I think we know where the shiver is. What? You just walked through my wall? That doesn't seem fair. I gotta kill it. I need you to die so my baked goods don't burn. Alright, good. Kind of bullshit that the shiver can just clip through the wall like that. It's lucky my stuff didn't burn, otherwise I would be really annoyed. I mean, I killed it regardless. Would have been really annoyed. Do you at least have anything for me? No. Minecraft enemies at least drop, like, potatoes and stuff sometimes. Specifically, the zombies do that. I could use some carrots. Although I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of, turnips down in the cellar that I'm just not doing anything with. If I had another crock, and I really should have another crock, I could make a large amount of fish soup with turnips. I have nothing to seal the crock. I will eventually have bees, but I don't currently. Put all these away. Boom. My fruit bread. Now, I do a lot better on servers. When I'm playing this game, really all I want to do is farm, take care of livestock, and cook. Orchards are also fun, but those pretty much take care of themselves most of the year. So when it comes to making a base that looks good, mining or smithing. Actually, I don't mind smithing. Smithing is pretty chill. I haven't started prospecting yet, and I'm not looking forward to it, considering how much ocean this world has. Now, it's pretty easy to say that I did that to myself by creating a world that is a 30% landmass. And yeah, no, that's my bad. I did that to me. Go away, taskbar. For bread. Alright, I don't quite know how much I can get. I believe 6. Smack you down. Go away, taskbar. Yes, it's too much. Although really just using as much of it as I can is a good idea. So that's fine for now. Waste not, want not. Perhaps that doesn't make sense when what I'm doing is being wasteful. Right. Put this shit back in the cellar. Clearly need more fish so I can preserve the freshness of the fish that I've got. And that is not an intended feature. Hello, Opal. I should really start baiting these traps. How do it be cooking? I'm just making some soup. I made a bunch of fruit bread. Going to have to go back down south, which unfortunately I have to do in the third person. Is that rift over there making all this noise? Yeah, all that sound is coming from this rift. It is far away, but it's not going to take me as long to get over there this time. I do wonder where the Resident Archives is in this world. But yeah, I gotta come over here to get this red clay so that I can make a weird magic thing. I can't spoil the surprise, although it's really dumb. Let me take this out. Come on. It would be cool if I had access to partial flight like I do in Minecraft. Unfortunately, I only have that because I'm goofing around. Close this door. Let's go ahead and go to bed. Hopefully the sun is up by the time we wake. Honk, me. Come on, wake it the fuck up, samurai. We get a city to burn. Alright. The stew could be better. Let's go and take some of our bread with us. Here we go. I don't know if a volley can hover. Most birds can't. Also, 1 second. Alright, let's go. I can't believe fish aren't biting my unbaited traps. Or I guess they're not biting the traps. They're not biting my unbaited hooks. Whoop. Alright, where's my boat? I moved it for reasons. There it is. Alright, let's hop over here. Grab the ore. Grab the ore. Thank you. Alright. Let's go! Fast as fuck. I was messing with some configs. Unfortunately, if I go too much faster than this, the boat pretty much just flips over. So it's pretty much a speedboat. And the only reason it's not faster is because it looks too absurd. Let's go. Yeah, slap another, like, 2 chests on here. We'll be down at the equator collecting peanuts before you know it. Would be funny if I got struck by lightning. It's like, oh, you want to cheat to be fast as hell, do ya? I think, because my diet is balanced enough that it can survive being struck by lightning once. Yeah, you can be struck by lightning. I think, for some reason, it only does 8 damage, which is a lot. Most things don't do that much damage. Come on, get there faster. How am I not already there? This is practically a speedboat. It's absurd. I do wish the boat didn't, like, tip so far back like this. Come on. Wait, what's in my basket? A spear and my shovel. It is unfortunate that Radiative missed the reveal. That I can go fast as fuck now on my canoe. Doesn't change that there's still a hell of a lot of ocean around here. I'm almost there. In only a matter of seconds, we should be able to see the landmass that I'm sailing towards. We're not even sailing, I'm rowing towards it. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, oceans in real life tend to be pretty big. This world that I generated for myself is only 30% land, which is probably not enough land. Yeah, but this is the can of worms I've chosen to open. Oh hey, we do have toe beans. And they're the right color. Or, probably not the right color. But they're at least purple. Alright. Oh, I should probably get my... Heck, almost. Can kinda open the chest. It keeps opening and then closing again, probably because I'm too far from it. Let's go and grab my shovel and get back out. Now, this entire journey was just for some clay, by the way. When I do get a sailboat, it's probably going to be a pain in the ass making it faster than my canoe. I need the clay, specifically to make this thing, a thematic foundry. So you know how I keep saying rust-bound magic is not going to distract me from my actual goals? It's doing that. Who doesn't like being distracted? Although really, I'm just waiting for my crops to finish growing. As soon as I shove all my food in my cellar, I can continue heading south. Although a lot of it's going to go bad, unless I bring it with me and consume it on the way. Do-do-do. Oh yeah, increased storage. I probably won't have a caribou or whatever the fuck they are. No, but I can keep my yak on there. Elk, that's what it is. Oh, and there goes my shovel. This is probably enough. I want some Mediterranean cypress, but what are the odds I actually get a seed from this thing? Oh, I got a seed. I swear, trees in Vintage Story just do not want to spread. Which I don't get. Why make the seed drop rate so low? My rye is still just stunted. It is also almost done. Yeah, if I row backwards, I can see where I'm going. I can kind of see where I'm going in first person. Although if I have the boat set any faster than this, it pretty much tips over. Like, it still works. Let's get rowing. Also, for some reason, the canoe only comes in birch bark. I'm not a big fan of birch. This canoe doesn't have a lot of the same issues I have with birch. But, like, as far as Pokemon professors go, birch was pretty weak. I believe that was Hoenn, right? Rowing around at the speed of sound. Rowan was another Pokemon professor. Wherever the moon is, I don't think it's still a straight line, no. That was pretty weird looking as far as cosmic bodies go. I don't think the nameless moon presence would have approved of the moon in that form. Although I'm pretty sure that the nameless moon presence name is Flora, which is a name. Hello, Pocket! I need to finish Bloodborne. I mean, I suppose I don't, but I should finish Bloodborne. Pocket's gotta catch up to where I am in the game. I'm feeling a bit better. I also feel like perhaps my brain was fried. Just a tiny bit. Like perhaps during my 2-day coma. My brain was just melted by my fever. Yeah, I've got to catch up in Bloodborne so that it can help me with those bosses. I need help with Ludwig. This is the island I live on, right? Yeah, of course it is. It looks so different when you're sailing or rowing this quickly. Look at me go. Ludwig has hooves. I don't know which boss you're saying is the one with nice feet. Schmoovin'. Looking at the islands ahead of me pop in to existence, I don't think Vintage Joy likes when you make the boats this fast. But Vintage Joy can suck it up, this is funny. Go ahead and put this back. Wait, store it. Store the ore. Alright, home sweet home. That took like no time at all. That's a tiny bit overpowered. But more than overpowered, it's funny, and that's what counts. I gotta make a thematic foundry. I need my mouse to stop getting caught on shit. I miss having a wireless mouse, but I also don't miss my mouse dying because of battery issues. It's just a mixed bag. Could have a cord, which is just going to keep getting caught on my knees and keyboard. Or I could have batteries that I will forget to replace until they've already become a problem. Bum-ba-boom. I don't even feel like I'm that much more south than usual. I don't remember there being this many bugs. Of course, I tend to live further north. Who knows? If I keep moving, we might not have to deal with winter at all. Which is my favorite season in real life. Not very fun in Vintage Story. Winter is beautiful in Vintage Story. But if you're trying to actually, you know, do things, it can be a bit of a hindrance. Music's good. Probably shouldn't have just let it fill these spaces that I don't need filled. Whoops. It's fine, I get the voxels back. Darn it. My shortness is causing more issues. One of those is totally unnecessary. True. I could probably get another wireless mouse, since I prefer those to the corded one that's getting stuck on everything. And if I just had like some rechargeable batteries, although rechargeable batteries tend to require that you have two plugged in to actually recharge them. But my ADHD is a very powerful thing. Kind of like the One Ring. Hello, Boji B. Fucking, how big is this thing I'm trying to make? I do like how intense the music is when I'm just over here doing pottery. I've got to climb on top of it to continue working. I'd expect to hear this kind of music in, like, Kingsfield. But it's just one bird in their pottery. There we go. I do think it's weird how some things turn around as soon as you're done. And boom. I don't think that's enough grass. There we go. Now sticks, or is that not enough grass either? I think I need more stick or grass. I don't know how much grass, so I'll just collect a good bit. Do. Alright, that's too many grasshoppers. You know, bugs could be a renewable source of food. It's not like they're not everywhere. Right. I don't suppose I've got any peat moss. I totally do. Hopefully this will just need 4. Yep, just needs 4. It looks kind of silly with it sticking up partially out of the peat, but whatever. Just gonna pretend that's fine. If I don't look at it, I don't have to acknowledge it. Any fish? Nope. That is fair. I've not been baiting the traps. No, there is actually a fish there. Even though I've not been baiting the traps. Imagine if I was more on top of this. I would be swimming in food. Yes, the thematic foundry is for Rustbound magic. Delicious. Probably just put this back, since I'm not eating it. You need it for crafting stuff, pretty much. Like that tablet that I don't know what I did with. This thing here for the resonator. 1 stick, 1 primordial fragment, 2 small rust crystals. Probably not going to be able to do anything with that until I get some chalk. Excuse me, but chalk is also going to require one of these. How do I get mana torches? Probably have to make like a enchanter's crafting table. Oh, whoops. There we go. That's a little bit concerning, BoGB. Right? I wish I could make money just napping. Like, NAPPING. Let me just sleep, and then people will pay me for it. This business model does not make sense, but boy, am I tired. Grow faster, rye. It probably is going to die. The flaxen spelt will be fine, though. Unless it won't. Who knows? Look at those pheasants. Taunting me with their bird thighs. I actually don't eat poultry. How are you not done pit killing yet? I'm joking. Right, well, I guess. Oh, another fish. Y'all are so stupid. Whatever, get in my belly. Couple things I should be doing. For my continued survival. The hell's that? Where are you, Drifter? Better not be in my basement. Although it is dark down there, so if you were, it would make sense. Nothing in here. Oh, you're just in my house. Unless you were in my basement. They can climb ladders. Would you die? Hold still while I stab you, please. Thank you. Were you down here? I'm fucking with my shit. Boom. It's pretty dark in my basement. Anyway, let's see what you have. Probably nothing. Yep, nothing. If I do want temporal gears, and I do want temporal gears, I'm going to have to hunt down sentries and stuff. But they're such a pain in the ass to kill. Alright. Pretty sure I already mined up all that surface copper. You know what I don't have is my pickaxe. So a pretty good idea, in theory, to go mining while I wait for my pottery to be done. I don't have even the basic resources to do that. I can't stack grass on the ground, apparently. I mean, I can, but not like in large amounts. Let's go and plant my cypress. I like the look of these trees, but they do not like to expand. Right, firewood. Join the pile. Do not catch this on fire. I'm watching you. Can't store my flint for the same reason I can't. Actually, no, I can store stones. I don't want to use my cellar for random storage, since this is the same trap I found myself in last time. But here we go. Where's my pickaxe? Never mind. I was looking right at it. If it was a pit viper, it would have bitten me. I want to get ranged weapons. I tend not to make weapons. It's probably why drifters annoy me so much. Actually, drifters aren't bad. It's probably why both ones annoy me so much. I'm just walking around as like a pacifist, but everything else wants me dead for no reason. Did I fill this up because I've completely harvested it? Hard to tell. Of course, it would not be fair to say that everything I do with a reason. Sometimes I just do things. Ow. Curse you, sand. Alright, there should be enough resources to get out of here. Should I get stuck? I'm going underground. Gonna find me some copper. I think. Damn. Maybe I don't have enough sand. Here's the copper. Wow. Who could have seen that happening? Alright, it's just medium. But medium is better than not having copper. My gravity settings are only sand and gravel. I've also got cave-ins off, but I like to live in caves. So having cave-ins on would be silly. Probably just expanding my cellar. Suddenly I die. It would be deserved. I'll dig around a tiny bit more. But this is starting to look like a pretty small group of copper. Yeah, I think that was it. Tiny disc. Aha, Although sometimes it's not the size of the disc of copper, it's what you do with it. Boom. Copper. Anything else? Free copper? Probably not. I'm just damaging my pickaxe at this point. Let's get out of here. Whoop. Strange. I was able to get up that earlier. There we go. Whoops. Successful. Just getting out of the ground. How did I miss? There's a vessel here. Seed vessel. Could have something good. Probably nothing that's going to grow in this climate. Just turnips. Which are not going to want to grow in this climate. Fascinating. Whatever. I'm going to need all the seeds I can get. For once I start actually taking farming more seriously. What can I say? I like growing stuff. It would be cool if I could grow tea. Oh shoot, I've had ovulated fish eggs on me this whole time. Throw those in the water. I mean, turnips aren't a bad food source. It's just too hot for them at the moment. I can grow them again in the fall. Well, look at that. I'm getting bots already. Vikar, you're not here, but ban that person for me. There we go. Consider yourself banned. Yeah, we've got it set up to where automod stops them if they use specific key phrases. And considering a lot of them are advertising the same thing. Ah, darn it, my stuff is growing out of sync. Are you done? No such luck. I wonder if these have been on the ground. Oh, I got a pit viper. I probably should kill it. Yoink. Can never have enough snake meat. Put that down. Pick up the earthworm. Yoink. Yoink, yoink. I'm getting good earthworm luck. Nope. Well, you're a pit viper, so the last one was not. The last one was the other thing. And snake meat's not very filling, but you do get a good amount of it for each snake. Where you going? Kinda tempted to let it bite me just because the effect is trippy. Alright. Hey, go away. Oh, there goes my spear. Trippy. Probably easy to fight it. If A, I had a spear. And B, I wasn't fighting it in grass. And it's dead. With enough rocks, you could hunt snakes. No, I just hunted a snake. You can hunt wolves. Excellent. I didn't have spider vision. That was the effect of being bitten by the snake. since the little green ones are venomous. Throw that in there for now. Just for storage. Gotta continue doing what I'm doing, which is placing rocks. Stop it. I'm gonna have such an impressive collection of rocks right outside my house. I've got comments from people asking why I keep placing rocks down, even though I explain why I'm doing it in the stream. I mean, most people don't watch the whole thing. Some of these end up being as many as 5 hours long. And it's not like I'm not super annoying. So I get it, but if you watched the stream, you would know what I'm doing. Doesn't make it not stupid, though. I'm doing this for the worms. Gotta do the worm. There's some ugly-ass dog over there. Oi. Fuck off. That dog just tried to throw a rock at me. I mean, it did it as I was throwing a rock at it. So I suppose those in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks, except this glass house is those who throw rocks. I guess those in glass houses shouldn't walk around naked. There we go. Nailed it. Sun's not quite out yet. I am glad that my rusty dust doesn't dissolve in the rain. But for lore reasons, it should. Like, obviously that would be bad. But it would also be really funny. Come on. I've got more chert than brain cells. I can do this all day. Where'd it go? There you are. Yeah? How does it feel when the shoe is on the other foot, fucker? Oh shit, he's throwing rocks at me. Who does that? And he's dead. And he didn't drop anything. I burned who knows how many useful calories throwing rocks repeatedly. Oh, I did get this crystallized memories, though. Are these any good? No. No, they're not. Alright, note to self. Hold on to the crystallized memories. I can use those for crafting. Now, speaking of which, did I ever make the chalk? Rudy's got the chalk zone? I mean, I can't make the chalk until this is done. Oh, shit. The squeaky wheel gets the geese, I suppose. Where's my wand? Boom. Really? It couldn't just stay where it was? Let's see here. Insert a tablet to begin synthesis. Alright, where's my chalk? Tablet. One bone, which I don't have. One rustic compound, or 2 rustic compounds, which I don't have. And a small rust crystal. Where do I get these things? Because I need the chalk to get those things. I've got small bones. I don't think these count. Where are my small bones? Look at my small bones. I know where to get rustic compounds if I already had the ability to do rituals. I don't know where you would get those without the ability to do rituals, though. Staves. Better yields, spell scrolls, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah, magic basics. Meditation. I can't read. Growing as a mage. Rift Weaver. Questions about mana. Honestly, they changed everything I know about this mod, which wasn't a lot in the first place. What if I just search? Rustic compound in here. Actually, rustic compound might be one of the things I can make a little orb for. Or not orb, slate. Where are my worms? Did I not have more worms? There's my worms. In the cellar, where they go. Where's my flint? There's my flint in the cellar where it goes. I'm gonna have to make that joke one more time. Rules of 3 and all that. God, I'm tired. If I was feeling better, I would be streaming Silk Song instead. Like, I'm feeling a hell of a lot better than I was. Oh. Here you go, rustic compound. Whoops. Rookie mistake that I've made 4 times now. Killed Silk Mother? No, I killed Grandmother Silk like 4 times. Whoops. Schlep. Actually, what do I need for this? 2 rustic dust, 1 shifting fibers, and 1 rot. How do I insert the tablet? There we go. What the? I'm going to assume this is intentional. What do I need? Ingredient rusty dust. Perhaps I don't know what I'm doing. So this is what rust sickness looks like now, huh? It's gonna take that out. I'll figure this tablet nonsense out eventually. Maybe, who knows? For now, all that's doing is draining me of all my satiety. I worked hard for that satiety. Kind of. How do I do the magic? You must have missed one of my Silk Song streams, because I definitely beat Grandmother Silk. Oh sweet, my tea's done. Alright, what do I need? 2 rusty dust, 1 shifting fibers, 1 rot. Charge costs 2. How does this work? Do I need all those there at once? Oh, fuck. Take it. And where'd my rock go? Probably in my cellar. So I just kind of drop things that I'm not using. 1 liter of rot. And throw ingredients into the portal. Come on, I threw the stuff into the portal. I've tried right-clicking. I've tried throwing it. Into the portal. The portal. Am I too short? Well, that was one hell of a throw. Whee! Nope, that didn't land in the portal either. There's still be an experimental build. I guess once again I'm going to take that out so that I stop giving myself rust sickness, and we'll figure it out later. Or never. Kind of disappointing that I can't figure it out now. But nobody ever accused me of being smart. That's gonna go back to putting shit on the ground. Shit on the ground. Happy birthday to the ground. Alright. So my day is ruined. My disappointment is immeasurable. I kind of want to go either east or west. What are we feeling, Opal? East or west? To make myself feel better, I'm going to look for a landmass. I like just keeping stuff on the ground. So nifty. I think it's what the kids call handy. Alright. Go and grab some bread from the cellar. Just so that I got food. I wish I knew why that wasn't working. It says to throw it into the portal, and I was definitely doing that. It's only fresh for 17 days on my person. Probably won't be sailing for that long. Not even sailing. What time is it? How's it only 5 a.m.? Not even been alive for an hour yet. Almost. Do. Where's my boat? Rudy's got the chuck zone. My oar. I'm zooming. So the main goal is to head south. Yeah, but there's no reason why we can't check east. Could be something out here. On the big open sea. Let's name the zones. I could check for an update on Rustbound Magic. Since I've started playing this series, Expanded Foods is updated like twice. It's kind of small looking, but we've already found a little landmass. That's a funny looking one. I'm not entirely sure what this land scale cover thing is actually supposed to be. Perhaps I set up the settings wrong, because what I wanted was larger islands. And more ocean. What is this, Flint? And where I've got ocean, there is a lot of ocean. But I would not call this a large island. And this one over here is definitely not a large island. Could you imagine the Minecraft Survival Island challenges? Where you're just on a small island with one tree. Whoops. If that island was this one over here. Boom. Is that maple or walnut? I think that's maple. Although if that was walnut, it would have been a funny way to find walnut. My favorite wood type in this game. Don't get me wrong. Ebony is also good. It's just not as good. Or it clashes more. No, with my color palette. Ooh. I prefer black, white, and gray. Instead of like black, white, and dark brown. Let's go ahead and check out that island there. Spinning too fast. Just don't get me wrong, it's funny. Who needs translocators? I mean, wands are lamer than staves, for sure. Now, being able to get it just by meditating while holding a stick is cool, though. Considering apprentice wands have always been pretty expensive. Or apprentice staves, rather. Well, that's a good amount of... whatchamacallit? Cattail. What kind of trader are you? Local goods. What does that mean? What do you have to trade? Some shingles. Alright, fine. Walk away. See if I care. Yeah, I'm definitely going to come here at some point to steal that cattail. I'd like some crops that are going to do better in the heat. Yeah, that flax isn't ready to go. Oh, hey, some regular chickens. I was theorizing for a bit that perhaps regular chickens were replaced with pheasants. I'm glad to see that is not the case. What kind of bushes are you? Oh, blackcurrant. I'm finding a lot more blackcurrant bushes than whitecurrant bushes. There's no rule saying that I have to have a somewhat even amount. But if the plan is to use both in my baking, an even amount would be preferred. This island might be better than the one I'm living on. What are you? Blackcurrant. It is flowering, so killing it now is going to deprive me of blackcurrant in the future. But I'd rather be growing these closer to home. Yeah, I've yet to kill a larger animal, so I'm not entirely sure how bones work. Also, yes, as long as you've got hens and a rooster, when you feed them, eggs can be fertilized. Oak leaves. What is this? Red clay? Might even be closer to my base than the other red clay. Yeah, considerably. Where's my bread? One more. Nom nom. Oh, blueberries. Blueberries are pretty good. That's paradise. I would like some actual fruit trees. I know where several pear trees are, and pears are one of my favorite... What the hell is that? Oh, corn. Well, I guess I'm not getting any corn from that, just seeds. Just whatever. See if I care. Actually, 40 degrees Celsius. It's a pretty warm, hardy plants. No seed. Kind of interesting. With how close this island is to my base. That corn was able to spawn on it. But I guess it was an undiscovered chunk. Which means we won't have to go, or in theory, we won't have to go too far to be able to find potatoes and sugarcane either. What do you spell? Hell yeah. Grain. What is spelled warm hardy till? Also 40. I'm just gonna break this. Hopes to get some seeds. Nope. At least I got seeds from that. I want peanuts. No, I don't have the inventory space to justify breaking the rye just for the seeds. Alright. Actually, a pretty good haul. I'm going to be able to plant the corn when I get home. It is getting warmer, but the corn should be fine. Oh shit. What are these really sad-looking plants down here? Bladderwork. And Irish moss. And pink salmon. Bladderwrack? Who knows? Oh shit. No, the worst caves to fall into. Nope. Nope, not ready yet. Oh! A little dungeon. Or not dungeon, a little ruin. Cabbage seeds. Planting them now would be a bit risky, because it's only getting hotter. That's June. It's like as hot as it's gonna get. In fact, it'll only get cooler. I'm not entirely sure what kind of climate I'm in. I believe I'm not too far from spawn. Might did a good bit of sailing. I've also potentially lost my boat again. It's gonna be along the shoreline, sure. Line. But I should mark that. Although rather than marking it, I plan, that looks like that over there. I plan on taking it around. If I can find sugarcane and potatoes, I will be in the money. Which is still not an expression I quite know what means or where it came from. Potatoes are delicious. Delicious and nutritious. Oh shit. Because I'm not in third person, I'm crashing into the island. Oh, here we go. Right where this rift popped up is where we shall dock. And look around for more wild crops. Of course, my class is Rust Mage, which is like the worst class for collecting wild crops. But considering this is single player, what other choice do I have? Switching my class to Malefactor every time I want to go foraging? Tempting. Would be a lot of work, though. Malefactor do be good foragers. I'm gonna break these. Oh no, I don't have any room for the seeds. Pretty decent luck just then, until that last one. Probably shouldn't have said something. Alright, something caught my eye. Probably nothing. Could have just been woad. Might have just been woad. Oh, woad is me. Alright, let's go ahead and just head back. Oh shit. Run, bunch of drifters. And a shiver. Why are there always so many monsters underground? I should get a hobby, other than chasing me away. That's some strange world gen. What material is this? Oh, sweet, limestone. That's like my second favorite stone in this game. Let's get back in the boat. And get back out of here. Found limestone. If I could just find basalt. I also found slate earlier. Ooh, big snowy mountain. I'm like weirdly tired. Probably because I worked the full shift at work, despite still being sick. Obviously, 5 o'clock is way too early to stop the stream, and I just started. But I should apologize for my low energy. My midichlorian count is low, or whatever. My ass will not be bringing balance to the Force. That's for sure. Do you think I should have set up on one of these tiny islands instead? Obviously that would have been a horrible idea. But it would have been really funny. One thing that I think would be really cool is to set up like a tiny world. And when I say tiny, I mean like a still huge world. But the way Vintage Story spawns the equator, each world has like 10 equators. Vicar! I think it would be cool to have like a small world with one equator and then 2 poles, like an actual Earth. Obviously would have to have more land. Yeah, like a planet. It would have to have more land than 30%. Although, the smaller it is, 30% land is still 30% land. my actual house? Here's my actual house. And perhaps one of these days, this island will truly look like home. There we go. Well, I really do just be putting stuff wherever the hell, aren't I? Nothing beating my hooks, which is fair, they're not baited. Got a fish in my weir trap. Nope, not ovulated. Alright. Hello, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, derp do. Moment, I think I missed part of your comment. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, nobody's living on planets where glass rains sideways. Vintage Story has better climate distribution than Minecraft does. Like, it gets colder the higher up you go. Like, I'm pretty sure that's ice up there. And also, you're not going to find any deserts right next to, like, snowy tundras or whatever. But I do want a world that's got, like, large continents, but also large oceans. Unfortunately, there's no true way to generate what I want. Can get close, but not exact. Society is not quite ready for my beautiful vision. Where's my fucking knife? I think I put it down. Now let's plant my bushes. Boom ba doo. I should make like seed storage. Or like just more storages of any kind. Ooh, that's a good amount of red currant, which is not the berry type that I'm collecting the most of. Alright. Has butcher mod. The butchering mod does have compatibility with expanded foods. So you can use blood instead of water while making bread. Which sounds pretty metal. Also, as an obligate carnivore, it sounds like something that Volley would probably do. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I came in here looking for my knife. Which is like the one thing I've not found. Knife. Where did I put it down? Did I put it down? Yeah, I definitely put it down. Maybe I didn't. Perhaps. I'm losing my fucking mind. But I don't have it. So it's somewhere. And that somewhere is not in my hands. Knife. I guess I'm making another one. What'd I do with it? It didn't break. I'm confident it didn't break. I dropped it earlier, but I swear I picked it back up as well. Although, I am pretty clearly losing my mind. Alright. Aw. Could have sworn there was another fish. Perhaps in the time it took me to find my knife, it managed to get out. Which is something they can do. Just gonna eat some fruit bread. For health reasons. Whoop. And get some shut-eye, and then I will check on my crops. I'm gonna plant some corn. I could probably safely plant my cabbage as well. It helps to not be starving, but no, only meditation. Regenerates mana. I can drink some of this tea, which will cost me satiety, and help me generate some mana. Probably do that. Going to want all the mana I can get. Well, the tea is working for me, at least. Damn, still no maple syrup. It's almost like it's out of season, which is something I could check. Yeah, corn should be fine. Beautiful. Going to plant some of my cabbage, but not all of it. Really could use some seed storage. Could have planted some spelt as well. My rye is taking its sweet time. There is a good chance that it will take so long that it just dies, rather than, simply being stunted. I suppose time will tell. Let's go and find some shit to cast transmute on. I do have to get another charcoal pit going. Wish this was faster. Oh no, my placing stuff in piles is just me being totally organized. I had people asking me why I'm putting rocks all over the ground. But in the stream, I explained I'm putting rocks on the ground so that I can collect earthworms. One can never have enough earthworms. This is the true use of magic. So it doesn't always do what you want it to. There we go. What do you mean focus on organizing? This is organized. I got all my rust over here. Got my flax over here. Next to my peach. Besides, this is just temporary housing. I plan to go further south. I'm just waiting for my crops. I at least want the rye to either die or finish growing, and then I can keep heading south. I do have to pee, though. So I'm going to go to the bathroom real fast, and hopefully We don't have another situation where a fucking whatchamacallit shiver just bursts through the wall. I'll be right back. I have returned. Also, you're probably already gone, but have a good one, Shadow Turtle. Alright, did I miss anything? No. Brr. Do. Got an axe almost broke in. Alright, I guess since I'm waiting for stuff to happen, I'll just actually fill up my chuckle pit. Darn this game actually asking me to be productive. Do. I need more storage. A lot of bags of holding are still in this. Whoops. Yes, bag of holding. Each one has 16 slots. Never have to worry about storage again when all 4 of your backpacks have 16 slots. Am I getting any birch seeds? As much as I don't like birch, being able to replant would be nice. Probably going to have to make shears. But to do that, I'm going to need charcoal. So this is a necessary evil. It is wild to me, like, how rare tree seeds are. My guess is that it's like a balancing thing. So they can't just indefinitely farm trees. Well, I'm making copper shears. So you gotta heat the metal up and then shape it into shears. But to heat the metal up, you need charcoal. I could probably use the black coal, actually. I got 2 pieces of coal. Just burning a hole in my pocket. Yeah, 5 trees, 0 seeds. If I actually cared about replanting birch, I would be really disappointed. Yeah, it's fair. I'm supposed to be streaming, but I really don't feel like it. So instead, I'm playing Vintage Story and talking to myself. Whoops, whoops. Well, there goes my axe. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Where'd they go? There we go. Going to have to make another axe. Hey Vicar, you know Merple, right? Merple managed to fill up an entire 11 by 11 charcoal pit. Which is like the largest you can actually do. I barely have the attention span to fill up my 2x2. I pretty much don't. Oh yeah, I'm out of copper ingots anyway, so going to need more charcoal. Yeah, an 11 by 11 by 11. That's what I meant. Well, I probably won't be doing any charcoal pits that size. But I also really don't need to. Considering I'm only taking care of myself. Yeah, coal is quite a bit harder to find in Vintage Story than it is in Minecraft. I've got coal marked somewhere. But also don't know if I need a better pickaxe than copper to mine it. I just need some birch seeds so I can continue my forestry business. Alright, have fun. And I'll just be here, being tired and playing Vintage Story. Holy shit. It's gotta be a mod that makes seeds less rare. Like, you ever have an oak tree in your yard? Good luck not pretty much drowning in acorns. Sweet, I got a seed. A whole one. This is the second time that this pretty intense music has come on while I was just doing something really mundane. Last time this music came on, I was clay forming. And this time, I'm just breaking leaves. Boom, boom. Come on. Whew. Why am I so tired? Probably because I'm still a tiny bit sick. If I had to guess. Stop pushing the wrong button, me. I'll probably try to hold out until like 6:30. Maybe just 6. Although by then I will only have been streaming for 2 hours. I've got a schedule to keep. I mean, I don't. But I gotta produce quality content. Peak cinema, if you would. Oh yeah, there's some red currants on my little island here. Holy shit, there's some red clay on my little island here. I didn't have to leave to find that at all. I mean, I didn't know that was there. Oh yeah, rift. I do wonder why I'm not able to throw stuff into that portal. It could be my short stature. Maybe I gotta make myself like a stool or something to stand on. It would be pretty funny, if nothing else. What are you? Blackcurrant. A lot of pits. Just death pits leading into the ground. Ooh, doo 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 doo. Are you an adult? I'm trying to figure out if you're just a small-ass deer or if you're a baby deer. You've been around for a while. Nope, but I guess it's just a small-ass deer. Your weight's low, so I'm not going to bother. I'm killing you for flesh. Flesh, 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 flesh. Or perhaps you can make a plate made from bread. Oh, that would be a pretty useful thing in Vintage Story. I would like to be able to make bread bowls. That'd be cool. "6 days on the red currant." I can't read that. Possibly 6 days on the black currant. Let's go ahead and make more soup. And those can stay. What do I feel like shit? It's probably the sickness. Oh, and all that. That was a pitiful display. In my defense, I'm not feeling well and I'm trying not to make too much noise. Oh, wah. Getting down with the sickness. Send help. I'm dying. Oh, I've had fish fillets on my person this entire time. Oh, I need more rot. There we go. Let's go and throw in some firewood. Apparently I already had firewood on me. I think I knew that. There we go. Climb that higher. Grab my torch. My torch almost fell in the water. I mean, I can relight it. No problem. It's not the point. but then you kill him. Well, I believe that usually in media, if you kill the Grim Reaper, you become the Grim Reaper. Kind of like that one Santa Claus movie. Grow faster, Rye. As soon as you grow, I can keep heading south. Who was the... It was like Tim the Toolman Taylor, but what's that guy's actual name from the Santa Claus movies? Someone's gonna know what I'm talking about. Probably. It's transmutable, apparently. Let's transmute it. That didn't do anything. Oh, I can research it, though. Who knows, maybe the reason I can't figure out how this works is because I haven't researched it. Nope, all researching does is add to my maximum mana. Which is still useful. Would be even more useful if I could figure out how to cast spells. It's gonna take me a while. Why is there a drifter down here? Tim Allen? No, I'm gonna close that. Where's my spear? Did my spear break? Whatever, I'll make another one. It's not ideal, but it's what we're doing. That's a very sus shadow gesture right there. I had a pet drifter, actually, in the last series. I wanted to name him White Boy. Or no, I wanted to name him White Baby. And then Merple voted we name him Cowboy. You can't say that, White Baby. Nothing. It's almost like they almost never drop anything. Where's my bowl? So I can eat some of my soup. Went through all the trouble of making it. Can't even eat it. Managed to save myself from starvation just in time. Boom. What grain do I have the most of? Presumably spelt. Is it on me? Where's my spelt? Rye? Where's my spelt? Flax? I've only got 2 spelt grain. 2 spelt. Going to have to make some more fruit bread or something. Got all these berries. I could probably just cram more fruit. Less bread. Growth speed. Probably get more earthworm castings. I'm trying to stay live. The show must go on, regardless of my own health. Alright. Let's try this again. Actually, for one thing, gonna give myself something to stand on. Okay, I can stand on this. I'm probably just going to give myself rust sickness again. You know how it is with this rust sickness. Come on, I threw it directly into the portal. What more do you want from me? Alright, there we go. Shifting fibers. How many shifting fibers do I need? To go get more shifting fibers. Could have sworn I just needed the one. No, I don't know, I would jump into that. I don't know if I can afford to live alone. The American economy is in shambles. Oh shit, I need to rot. Not this. Yank. I do need more rot. I've managed to make a rustic compound. As crazy as it sounds, I think having the rock pile to stand on did actually help. Oh sweet, I'm gonna get some red currants in a couple of days. Sure would be nice if I had some grain. Or some eggs. Hey pheasants, can I have some eggs? I'm way too easily distracted. Let's go grab my earthworms from the cellar. Just something I wanted to do earlier. I don't know why I didn't. Probably got distracted. That's like 99% of this experience. It's just the distraction experience. Did I grab my hoe or is my hoe broken? Let's make another hoe. Bow. Can never have enough hoes. It would be a lot of fun to play Vintage Story with other people. Problem with a server is that time moves even when you're not on. Like, as long as somebody's on. Oh. I think these are already tilled. Except for this one. There we go. I'll help them out by breaking the grass. I don't know that the grass would get in their way. But it seems like the kind of thing that would distract me. Gosh, I'm tired. I'm a big fan of spiders, and I've got a couple even by my desk. Still no maple syrup? Let's see here. The basics. Cooking, blah, blah, blah. Maple syrup can be collected from maple trees January, February, and March. No. Although it is birch sap season. Almost over, though. Well, I've just got house spiders. They're pretty small, and no, I've not named them. Excellent. I'll have more dust and shifting fibers than I know what to do with. Already kind of do. I need a good source of rot. Kind of like that time me and my friends went down to the dock. And under the dock we found a rock. But it wasn't a rock. It was a rot lobster. You'd name your spider Bob? Bob the War Crimes? No, I can't stack sticks higher than that. Stack the sticks. So many sticks. I need an attention span. Where do you buy one of those anyway? Or is that something I should have been born with? It doesn't seem like I still need to plant these with spaces in between. Kinda don't want to try growing them without spaces, just in case they don't grow for some reason. In previous versions of the mod, they wouldn't even let you plant them that close together. So it could be fine in theory. I'm gonna be careful, those ones aren't ready to go. What to do? Oh yeah, it's kind of strange. A lot of games are in violation of the Geneva Convention somehow by using a red cross and not being part of the Red Cross. What the hell was that? Occasionally, I'll just be minding my own business, and then I'll hear what sounds like a drifter, and I'll be like, is that a drifter? Not drifter, shiver. It's like, is that a shiver, or am I losing my mind? Sometimes more than one thing can be true. Anyway, I hate to do it to y'all, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to 6:30. I can probably make it to 6, but I'm definitely still not feeling great. Are you done? Nope, the spelt's doing fine though. Well, it's a sudden drastic shift in lighting. Oops. Come with me if you want to live. Man, you're still not done either. Could use more earthworm castings. I still think I've got a bunch of them. Oh, well, I'm not entirely confident that question makes sense. I'm glad I found corn, but I wish I'd found potatoes. Oh dang, some of my flax is almost done as well. And my spelt. Yeah, it's more rye. Of course, it's damaged by the heat. It's almost like I should know better. But nobody ever accused me of being smart. And so much I want to do. And then when I go to actually do stuff, I just kind of space out. Oh, sweet fish. Looked like there were some ovulated fish eggs. You ovulated? They totally are. Throw those back in the water. They should dissolve. Actually, they're taking their sweet time. Why are you not dissolving? There we go. They dissolve and increase the population of this pond. do? Where'd my knife go? Here we go. Yoink. Come on, give me the catfish. Oh, sweet, more ovulated fish eggs. I'm getting pretty lucky with the ovulated fish eggs. Which could be why I'm getting so lucky with the fish. It's like a positive feedback loop. I should really put these in the cellar before they go bad. They'll be going bad soon regardless. Oh, it's fresh for 5 days in the cellar. Maybe ignore everything I've ever said. But yeah, as soon as my charcoal pit's filled, which is going to take a while considering I seem to have stopped working on that, I can get more copper. Once I get more copper, I could make some fish lures. Not with fire clay, that would be a huge waste. Could use some red clay or whatever. Because, like, despite the fact that I'm not baiting these, I am catching fish. So if I had a lure on there, that would probably be a little bit more efficient as well. And I'd like to make more weir traps. Turns out the buddy of mine who swore by weir traps was correct. These actually seem to be pretty decent. Come at me, Scrub Lord, I'm ripped. Boom ba doo. Come on. Well, you get down here, I can stab you. Get down here in stabbing range. Oh, some rusty dust? Thanks. I totally needed that. I messed with some stuff in the configs. This is more rusty dust than I will ever need. Not that I'm going to explain myself. Why should I? The furry days will be over when I'm governor. I'm getting a decent amount of earthworm castings. I possibly don't need to be collecting as many as I am. I should also replant my Rift Bloom, but ideally, I'll replant them all at the same time. This bunch here is taking its sweet time maturing. I don't know why I'm so impatient, but only when I stream. Look at those pheasants, slowly getting closer to my house. Kinda want to make small traps. That sentence was botched as fuck, dog. I do kind of want to make some small traps, small traps. And catch the chickens. Actually, they're pretty clearly not chickens. And catch the pheasants. Why are there always drifters down here? It's almost like the space is unlit. Ow, dick. What do you get for me? Nothing. Is that a Kadza? I have no idea. It could be. What are you asking? Like, is there a town called that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to hurry up and make some really fruity bread. Ideally, this stuff would finish while there's all this fruit to make bread with. With which to make fruit bread. Grammar's for nerds. I do and I do not care. Both things are somehow true at the same time. Chert sand. Where's my dirt? Assuming I have such a thing. Low fertility soil. I'll put my sand in the cellar, since that's where that goes. Boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. I feel like shit. Send help. I'm dying. An invasive plant species? I mean, it might be. If it is, it's probably invasive, though. There we go. I do not recognize it by name alone. Definitely a lot of invasive plant species in the area, though. Do, do, do. Gosh, I'm old. Shifting fibers. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains. Shenandoah River. Why do these stack in exactly stacks of 17? Space Station 14? I've only played Space Station 13. Wait, does anybody remember what I was doing? Well, I don't. I guess I can make some weir traps. For the fish, I clearly don't need more of. But the more fish I catch, the more fish I have a chance of having drop ovulated fish eggs. Did I just rip the hook off? Yes. There we go, put that back. I spent a good time playing Space Station 13 a summer or so ago. It took me a long time to figure out how to just use my hands. And I've no doubt since forgotten how to use my hands. Outside of which threads? The threads where I'm begging for a Navali model or different threads? Also, yes, hello Gooseman Parsec. Oh, expanded foods in ACA? I'm kind of playing with those. Made a bunch of fruit bread, although mostly I just eat fish and turnip stew. That's not impossible. Goose are pretty smart. Or geese are pretty smart. Wow, my brain is not working. Geese are pretty bad at typing, though. Usually. I do not want to generalize. It seems like Gooseman has figured it out. And there is so much I would like to do, but I'm waiting on my mostly dead rye. Either die completely or finish growing. Come on. I've got shit to do. I need to keep heading further south. South for the summer. Actually, I just need peanuts and stuff. I guess I can make another one of these rustic compounds. The chalk requires 2. And a bone. I still don't have a single bone. I need to figure out how to get a bone. My brain don't work. My brain don't work. I'm running around in circles and my brain don't work. We do need more vintage story modders. I just need somebody who can make my crazy ideas. I need to stop picking blackcurrants until my grains are ready. Is there anything in this rift? No, nothing in this rift. Huh. I think getting close to that rift killed the music, which is unfortunate. That was a bop. I'm glad there's finally an Avali model. Although what we need is like a Crops of Avalon or a Cultures of Avalon-like mod. You just turn the frozen north into like an alien landscape. It's not like anybody else is living up there. I would like more stuff to do in the frozen hellscape I choose to call home most of the time. Not everybody's going to know what that means. Like Flappy Bird was a mobile game with, I guess, pretty similar flight mechanics. Yeah, there's an Avali model. Unfortunately, the colors aren't right. But I'll take what I can get. Stop moving stuff around me. I wish I was an easier to put that back. There we go. Like the primary color, or I guess the dark gray, is a darker gray. Can't actually see my mouse cursor, even though I'm trying to use it to point and stuff. And then like the feather color is like a really dark blue. But instead, I'm just like a dark gray bird. What is happening? Sharp critter. Come on, grow faster. There is a spell. Oh hey, the moon's doing that weird thing again. Why is it so shiny? Yeah, the volley are around. I've not finished it, really should. Another thing I've got going on is Liminal Industries Minecraft mod pack where you're trying to escape the back rooms. And at least in that one, the model is my actual Avali. If I can figure out how to modify the colors, I don't want to modify somebody else's mod. But like if it's just for single player and for the purposes of my shitty streams, I'm sure nobody would mind. I also need to find some ruins. I'm having a lot of issues in this world. A lot of them stemming from the fact that it's only 30% land cover. I don't know who let me do that. It's a silly idea. I haven't started prospecting yet. But as soon as it comes time to do that, I would imagine that this world being 70% ocean is going to be a tiny bit annoying. Small world. Pheasants. I want them. Although I don't know if scrambled eggs have been fixed yet. I don't think they have. Have they? Leitman, or whoever it is making the expanded food mods, likes to say that something's not finished, and then finishing it like 5 minutes later. Huh, there was a sentry out here, right? Oh well, if scrambled eggs are finished, then I've got no reason not to catch the pheasants. Except, of course, that I don't really plan on staying on this island. It's not a bad island. But, like, this island is probably better. And pretty far down south. This island is promising to be pretty large. Of course, the pheasants would not starve, even in my captivity. I don't know if you could scramble a volley eggs. I mean, surely you could. But you couldn't, like, crack them. A volley of soft shell eggs. Alright, how do I think it's like 2-2. I forgot how to make a cage. A small animal cage. Okay, so it's 4. So I was almost correct. Alright. Let's go get a pheasant. It's a good thing I'm fast as hell. Alright. Come on. Back. What do you got? Small animal cage. And cockbolt. That doesn't sound like something that would be laying eggs. Alright, you're free to go. Oh, I need a hen. Or whatever the pheasant equivalent of a hen is. Just a hen, apparently. Come here, get in my cage. Yeah, this lake kind of sucks. I can't get out of it either. No. I do wish I had more of an attention span. Everything I love about Vintage Story is kind of like more fun to do than it is to watch. Oh yeah, they die if they're outside of light. Don't worry, I'll figure out a home for you. Eventually. Yep, got ourselves a pheasant hen. How does that one rhyme go? I'm not a pheasant plucker, but a pheasant plucker's son, and I'll be plucking pheasants till the pheasant pluckers come. That's just one version. The one that our drama teacher really did not like was I am a pheasant, I'm a mother pheasant plucker. I pluck mother pheasants. I pluck mother pheasants pleasantly. I'm the most pleasant mother pheasant plucker ever to pluck a mother pheasant. Something like that. I'm doing too much talking. I think I'm still pretty sick. Send help. Paling ko kila on. 3607. I think. I don't know. My drama teacher just really didn't like it when we swore. Which is unfortunate. Swearing is a ton of fun. Also, this is a lot of fish. This is like too much fish. I'm not even baiting my fish traps. I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth, but like, I don't have the storage space for this much fish. I guess a good use of my time would be making more crocs. Although I gotta make a skip. Try to get those bees over there-ish. Because if I can bring them over here, also no ovulated eggs out of the bunch, I can start getting beeswax for sealing scabs. What the hell? Yeah, it's probably nothing. Oh, dang it, there's a bowthorn in my cellar. hate these things. Really awkward. Alright, I'm probably going to be going to bed soon. Oh, bone arrows. I forgot they drop these now. Thanks for stopping by, Gooseman. I would like to say my streams are usually better than this. I'm currently sick. Yeah, but also that would probably be a lie. Not that I'm sick, but that they're usually better. I really need to find a torch holder. Probably not going to be able to make one anytime soon, considering the circumstances I found myself in. Are you done yet? Grow faster, damn you. Alright, a lot I need to do. A lot that my brain is simply not letting me do. Can I stand this up somewhere? Nope, I want to decorate with bow and arrows, but apparently I can't. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, but one of my earthworms, or earthworm pits, succeeded. And I can just move the non-failure earthworms into the failure pit. There you go. Y'all finish the job. My goodness, I'm tired. I would like to stream for longer, but I'm probably going to call it here, because I'm still not feeling well. Hopefully, after a good bit more sleep, because I don't work tonight, I will be feeling completely better. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. Oh, hello, Crimson. Do you know about the Lovecraftian artifacts from the fishing baskets? I fish up, or I get the astral cogs all the time. I don't know what to do with them, though. You can disable all of the Lovecraft stuff in the config. I tend to not disable it, but I also ignore it. Anyway, I do get to go. Whoops. I had to do the outro when you're just a small bird. Help. There we go. Anyway, if you've been hanging out, whether you're chatting or just lurking. Sorry, I'm reading chat. If you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this at some point in the future as a VOD and have somehow watched the entire thing, you have the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Hopefully, I get my shit together. Might not get my shit together on this island. I might have to get my shit together later. But that's a pretty vague promise. Anyway, Fizzity, farewell.